Would really love to hear. So I'm just shuffling back so that I'm in the right place on Facebook and YouTube. So hello, if you're joining on Facebook and YouTube, thanks for being here. Happy August, happy almost approaching mid-August. I'm Sarah Bramall, one half of the Coaching Catalyst duo, alongside my lovely co-founder and co-director, Rebecca Daniel, who is currently on maternity leave with her beautiful baby boy. Hoping that Rebecca will be back and doing a bit more live with me in September. But for me, it's me holding the fort for the time being. I've had a lovely break. I've been away in France for 2 weeks. We had such a good time. We were camping for 2 weeks with 3 kids, didn't know how it was all going to go. But you know what? We all really relaxed. We had such a wonderful time. And what I loved when I was away was I loved chatting to people and hearing their stories about how their holidays have been cancelled through the pandemic and how they've been looking forward to their holiday for such a long time. And then finally we're able to get there and to really appreciate and enjoy the holiday as well. So if you're joining me over on Facebook, do pop in, come and say hi. I'd love to know how you are, how you're doing, what's going on for you today. So have you been away? Are you planning to go away? If you haven't got kids and you're not a teacher, you obviously probably wouldn't be choosing to go away in August, but maybe you're planning to go away later in the year. Have you taken any sort of a break during this time? So just coming in today to talk about the importance of us allowing ourselves to take a break. Yes, if we're lucky enough to go on holiday, that is a wonderful opportunity to take some time out and to reflect. I'm going to talk about tech detox and time in nature in a minute. But also, I think in our sort of daily lives and daily schedules, are we allowing ourselves to take breaks? Are we scheduling time in where we're giving ourselves some downtime? Because it can be so easy to go full pelt all of the time, go back to back and not give ourselves time to take a break. So why is it so important when we do take a break? It's so important because when we take a step out of our current routine, our current situation, it gives us that space to breathe and to unwind. We're not designed to be on that go all of the time. There's times for high energy, and that is brilliant, and I love that. And there's times for hard work, absolutely. But there's also time for slowing down, taking a break, because what that does is it gives us some time to, first of all, to reflect, to have a look at our lives, to think about what's going well, maybe what do I want to change. And I've certainly been doing quite a lot of reflection while we've been away over the summer. Rebecca and I have been chatting as well about the catalysts, about the business, about ways in which we want to move that forward. So for both of us, having had some time out of the business, I won't say Rebecca's been having a break because she's been having a baby. Let's be honest, it's not the same thing. But it has meant that she's taken herself out of the business for a little while, and it's given her time as well to be able to think and to be able to think more creatively, perhaps, than when we're in it 24/7 on that kind of go. So taking that break is so valuable in terms of reflection. Also, I find that taking that break is so important in terms of creativity. It's amazing that when we stop, what happens to our brains when we allow ourselves to be in a different environment or to be in a different routine, and our brains can go into that state of flow where we're just present And I find that my creativity increases tenfold when I'm in a different situation or in a different routine. Is that the same for you? I'd really love to hear. So give me a yes if that's the same for you. If you find that when you take a break, you're able to be more creative. Really love to hear that. And funnily enough, when we were traveling, we've been listening to the Harry Potter books while we've been traveling. And I was thinking about J.K. Rowling, and I don't know if you know this, but J.K. Rowling wasn't a driver. She used to spend a lot of time on the train traveling. And I was like, wow, no wonder J.K. Rowling like came up with these amazing ideas. If she was traveling by train frequently, you're in such a state of flow when you're on the train. If you're not sort of looking at your phone, and of course, she wrote the Harry Potter books pre the time when we were all carrying around phones and tablets. It's probably a great time. So traveling's a great time just to be in that state of flow, allow that creative brain to engage. So that's my first kind of challenge or question to you today. Either are you going on holiday and taking a break, and how are you planning to do that? Or if you're not, how are you building in that kind of break or that downtime into your usual routine, your usual schedule? Would really love to hear that. Rebecca and I are pretty firm in the catalyst about taking Fridays as a well-being day, because we know that if we don't mark Fridays as a well-being day, it will get filled up with clients, it will get filled up with meetings, it will get filled up because we've always got stuff to do. But we find when we really dedicate that time to well-being on a Friday, it really helps again to give us that downtime, give us that space to be creative. And that's often where so many of the great ideas come from. So taking a break, number one. Secondly, taking a tech detox. Again, this is a personal preference for me, but I would highly, highly recommend it. I guess maybe because I'm well into my 40s, I guess I didn't grow up right with a mobile phone in my hand. Give me a yes if that's the same for you. I didn't grow up with a mobile phone. So although we're used to being on tech all of the time, and obviously for business, it's great to be able to use technology. But we also know it's not healthy to kind of be engaged in tech all of the time. So I find that when I do take a break, it's so good for me and it's so good for my brain to put the phone to one side. And again, I feel my brain literally unraveling, relaxing, and it brings up that creativity. It allows me to be more creative. And importantly, as well, it helps me to be able to set that example for my family. I've got 3 children, they're watching me closely. If they see me on my phone all the time, they're going to want to do the same. And in terms of family time and family holidays, it's really important to me that we are present with each other and that I'm really listening. And I did find that when we were away on holiday, I had some really great conversations with my husband and with my children, just because I was more present, probably not distracted, right, by the phone. So again, let me know if that resonates with you and if you think actually maybe I would like to take a tech break. And then thirdly, that time in nature. We were camping, as I said, for 2 weeks. It was a bit daunting at first, but we were very lucky with the weather. We're very comfortable. And being in nature, being in the trees, we were near the pine forest, the smell of the pines was absolutely amazing. I'm sure it just does wonders for well-being. And also for me, I love swimming in the sea. So swimming in the sea every day, did a bit of paddle boarding as well. It wasn't always very what's the word? It wasn't always very graceful, but anyway, I did it and I had lots of fun. But paddleboarding, being in the sea, submerging yourself in that water as well, really, really good to have that connection with nature. So I definitely feel as a result, I've got a massive, massive boost to my well-being from having taken a break, time away from tech, time in nature, feeling really good. And I know that it's done me the power of good to have taken that break. So now coming back, it's setting that intention to make sure that I think, okay, when am I next going to take a break? And as I go into my daily routine, how am I going to make sure that I take a break on a regular basis? Because I know September hits hard every single time. Things are a little bit slower, a little bit quieter here in August, in a sense, I guess, because the kids are at home. It's not quieter in a different sense. But September hits hard. All of a sudden, you're in that last quarter of the year and it's go, go, go. And it's busy, busy, busy. So, how are we now? We're in August. Maybe we've got time to slow down a little bit. Maybe we've been able to have a holiday. How are we going to set the intention for the rest of the year that we're not going to go full pelt the whole time, that we're going to give ourselves some period for rest, for reflection, for creativity. So thanks so much if you've been joining me today. Thank you for being here. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What's going on for you with this? Have you been able to take a break? Or do you think, gosh, do you know, I'm really ready to take a break? Have you ever tried having a tech detox? And if you did, how did you find it? And what do you find when you spend time in nature? Is that something that you find is really good for your well-being, or is it something else? I've got all the questions. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you, your thoughts, and what's going on for you today. Okay, now because Rebecca's been on maternity leave and because she is brilliant with the tech and I'm less good with the tech, we have kept our early bird offer for Find Your Brave Live. We've kept that going, but we are going to close that this Friday. So this is absolutely, if you're thinking about coming to Find Your Brave Live in November, this is absolutely your last chance to get the tickets at the early birds investment. So have a look here, check out the link here, Find Your Brave Live event, Friday the 11th of November in central London. It's a full day of training, of connecting, of collaborating, and really, really working on you, your mindset, your confidence, so that you can go away and smash the goals that you have for the rest of the year and going into 2023. So it's bit.ly/Find Your Brave Live. We are going to be talking to you and teaching you on that day all about mindset, about confidence, about stepping into that bravest and best version of yourself so that you can really set yourself up really powerfully and strongly for the new year and get that bravery to go out and achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So the link's there, but any questions, drop a DM. We're very happy to answer that. But that early bird offer is open until Friday only. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here with me. If you're watching later on the replay, give us a #replay. Let me know how you're doing. Sending you lots of love. And I will be back live again this time next week, but we're obviously active over in the Facebook community group and here on Instagram as well. Would really love to connect with you there. Okay, I'm going to sign off now on Instagram. Bye-bye, Instagram. Thanks, Empress Globe. You've been here the whole time. Really appreciate you being here live with me. I'll see you soon. Okay, has that stopped? Yes, and now there we go. And let me end here on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks so much for being here with me. Take care. Have a lovely rest of the week.